turn down the volume a little bit on my speakers. Let's go. Hello there, everybody. This is General Snivy, and welcome back to more of the Resident Evil 5 playthrough. Okay, oops, wrong game. What I meant to say was, hello there, everybody. This is General Snivy, and welcome back to more of the Resident Evil 4 playthrough, not Resident Evil 5. My mistake. In today's session, we're going to try our damnedest to finish this game before my internet decides to shit itself again. Here's hoping that it doesn't do that. I apologize for the way the last stream ended. I truly do apologize. I don't know what happened, why it was happening, but it happened. Now I know how my mother feels whenever the TV just freezes in place for like several minutes at a time, and then she misses like pretty much the remaining parts in the movie that she's watching. Same shit happens to me too, but only when I'm live streaming. Who knew? Anyway, before we begin, I never really talked about this door here. Well, this door will lead you to, once again, another shooting gallery menu that you can take part in. And if you want to play, you can come here and play any of the 4 game types, A, B, C, or D. I believe this truly is your last chance to get whatever bottle caps that you are missing right here. This is the last place that you can go to. Otherwise, that's it. You won't get any other chances at playing the shooting gallery ever again. So, I figure I throw that out there. Alright, let's talk to you, Mr. Merchant, and let's see what you got for sale.
Got some rare things. What are you selling?
I don't think I have really much of anything to sell here besides the hand grenades.
Is that all?
And the
Is that all?
I never really got a chance to sell my stuff yesterday because of the way the last stream ended.
Is that all?
That was my bad. I know I could have sold the stuff off screen, but I didn't think it was really all that necessary to do.
Any time.
Whatever, that's fine. It's totally fine. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and just overwrite this first slot here like I typically do. Since this is the 5th play session of the game, we're just alternating save files like I typically do. Okay, random freeze much? Okay. I just realized I forgot about looking into possibly upgrading a weapon even further.
What are you buying? What are you buying?
Let's see here. We got about 75k pesetas. What should we upgrade? I think I'm going to go ahead and try to upgrade the Striker, so that way it can at least get some additional firepower that it desperately needs.
Is that all?
Increased firepower and magazine capacity to 20. I'm going to go for, well,
is that all?
Magazine, of course.
Thank you.
Nothing else I could upgrade right about now, which is unfortunate. So we're up to 24 rounds. And the max that this can carry typically is 28. However, once we purchase the final upgrades for the firepower of the Striker will get one exclusive special upgrade that doesn't rely solely on firepower. If you want to know what that is, you know what, I'll just go ahead and say it. It will increase your ammo capacity beyond its limits. So what that means, it'll be increased substantially. Like, I think up to 100 rounds for the shotgun? I could be wrong, but it's a lot of shells for a freaking shotgun. Anyway, let's begin. Let's begin the final stretch of the game right now.
So, you two are all hooked up now, is that it?
Where's Ashley?
Do you really want to know? She's beyond that gate. But you'll need 3 insignias to open it.
What are you gonna do, Krauser?
There's one in the north, and the other in the east.
And let me guess. You got the last one.
It pretty much means you're on a tight leash.
Oh dear.
Sounds like you thought this one out pretty well.
Okay, now it's time to play Dodge Krauser. While also trying to run around and collect all the stuff that we need to collect here in order to progress. So Krauser, our good old buddy and pal, he's gonna try to shoot us and really try to get up close and personal within our face.
Getting a bit soft.
And also try to slice us to bits.
That's what I'm...
If he gets up close and personal, don't be afraid to pull out your knife. Also, be prepared to do a lot of quick time events. After Krauser takes so many bullets or so many slices to the face with your knife, he'll flash out of there. He'll throw a flash grenade and blind you for a brief moment as he makes his grand escape. Ow. Also, be prepared for Krauser to do that a lot. So one thing you can definitely do is try to ignore Krauser to the best of your ability. As Krauser mentioned earlier, though, there are 2 pieces of the insignia, one in the north and one in the east. Oh, hello. What the hell is that? Well, I don't know, because we're dead. That's irrelevant. Dang it. Well, that sucked. Oh well, let's try this again. Dodging Krauser can be a bit of a difficult task. But yeah, the 3 insignias, even
That's...
by the way, insignia or Krauser.
That's what I'm...
Am I playing Resident Evil 4 or Sonic 06? But yeah, as I was trying to say, Krauser will do his damnedest to get up close and personal with you quite a lot, so be prepared to do a lot of quick time events, and dodging him can be pretty difficult as well. How so exactly? Well, from what you've managed to see, Krauser is fast as freaking grease lightning. He's so fast he makes Sonic look like a freaking chump. Well, okay, he's not that fast, but he's still a very fast person, nonetheless. Okay. First insignia piece already.
What do you intend to do restoring Umbrella?
To bring order and balance to this insane world of ours.
A psycho like you can't bring order or balance.
You don't seriously think a conservative mind can chart a new course for the world, do you?
Well, after that little brief chat, we got our first piece of the holy beast, the Panther. So in order to get out of this situation, what we need to do now is play dodge with the freaking Krauser thing. He's going to be throwing all kinds of different items at us, including grenades. But yeah, in order to get through this section, I believe what you have to do is you need to push a statue.
Don't just stand there. Come out and fight like a man.
I'm not falling for that one.
Just trying to have fun.
So anyway, I believe you have to push a statue of some kind around here. Then again, maybe a statue here, so you defeat Krauser at this point in this. Okay. See you later, dude. Alright. At least Krauser's going for right now. But trust me, he will be back. And when he comes back, he's going to be throwing all kinds of hissy fits. It's going to be fun, let me tell you. So be prepared for a really tough fight. Alright. Now that that's done, the cage has been released on these levers. Now we can finally use them to make our grand escape, kind of. Or just head off to the next piece, where that's located. Which is located in the east. But of course, Krauser is not going to make things easy for us. I believe once we step through here, the next part will begin. Yep. Krauser is not alone. He has his own little robotic army trap waiting for us, waiting to take us down. Who is he exactly? Dr. Eggman? And it's not just these little robotic spiders either. No, it's also killing droids.
What is it that you fight for, comrade?
My past, I suppose.
Umbrella.
Okay. Bit of a weird response, but that's okay with me. Either way, now that that is out of the way, now that that's done, there's only one thing left to do. Grab the second piece and then the final piece too, which is just up this here tower, which is going to be a pretty difficult climb, but honestly it's not going to be that bad. Just be prepared. It's good to be prepared for the long haul, especially if you're here. Grab everything that's here before grabbing the next piece. Otherwise, you're going to be in some serious trouble. Okay. Make sure my handgun. Yep. Okay. That's reloaded, so we're good to go there. I think for this part you want to pull out something like your shotgun or the TMP. Good idea. Let's go. And with that, we got the second piece of the Holy Beast, the Eagle.
2 down, 1 more to go, Krauser.
We'll see about that.
Whoa! Damn, Krauser, what the hell is happening to you?
Witness the power!
What have you done to yourself?
You've lost it completely, Krauser.
Prepare for your death, Leon.
Whoa! Okay. Okay, now comes the fun part. So, we not only have to defeat Krauser, we also have to do so in enough time. Thankfully, you are given more than enough time to do this. So again, just try your best to dodge as many of Krauser's attacks as possible. Don't go super sneaky when it comes to firing your weapon. Also, be prepared to do a lot of quick time events as well, especially for this fight, because he can deal a lot of damage to you if you're not careful. So again, you kind of have to wait for him to get close enough to you in order to fire him. Otherwise Otherwise, he's just gonna hurt. Otherwise, he'll just dodge every shot. And you'll be at this for way longer than you need to be. What's more is that you also have to return to that wall where you have to insert the different pieces of the holy beast. After you insert all the pieces, then that's when you make your escape. The two ways you can damage him, obviously, are to wait for him to come up and close and personal. Okay, that was a load of bull crap. I dodged that! Why did that kill me? Seriously, why? That is just bull crap. Absolutely stupid. Okay. Another thing you could probably do is use something like grenades and stuff to make sure you're fully loaded and ready to go. Thankfully, the timer doesn't start until the next part of the fight begins. You know what? Let's just stick with the TMP.
Prepare for your death, Leon.
Okay, let's try this again now, shall we? Since Krauser's in that state, low damaging weapons such as pistols and stuff are not really good. Oh, god damn. Perhaps you need to time that particular dodge so you have space. Not only have space, but also have to time it just the right way. Otherwise, you'll get hit by this attack regardless. Even during the animation, which is absolutely absurd. I don't know if blast grenades are going to be of any use during the fight. The shield that Krauser has growing out of his first arm also shoot him in the knee. If you shoot Krauser in the knees, you force him to drop his guard temporarily. It does require quite a bit of shots, but once that's done, he's done. What a way to die, my friend. What a way to die. And you were supposed to be a good guy, too. My reaction exactly. Well, not really, because I never played any of the other Resident Evil games prior to RE4. Okay. As you can see, though, the timer is still counting down, so you still have a bit of a time crunch to get back down here. Depending on how long you've taken, it could take it about 10-15 seconds. But for the most part, you should have more than enough time to just simply open the door and make your leave. And that's the end of Chapter 5-3. So, we're just about done with this game, believe it or not. There's only one chapter subset left. 5-4. The final... And as you heard, the explosives did go off. And if you try to go back... Oh, okay. I thought you couldn't go back once the explosives went off, but turns out I'm wrong. You can go back. if you missed something in the previous room. So that's pretty nice. Alright. Let's go ahead and make sure we're fully loaded. We're ready to go. Still don't like the fact that I'm low on ammo and stuff, but oh well, not exactly much I can do about that now, is there?
So, it seems you killed Krauser too. How shall I return my appreciation?
What are you talking about? I thought he was with you.
What are you talking about? Did you really think I'd trust an American? To tell you the truth, I was contemplating how to get rid of him. But thanks to you, that's no longer necessary.
You were just using him right from the start.
Oh, I must hand it to you. You've demonstrated quite a bit of promise by killing Krauser. When your assimilation with Las Plagas is complete, I'll have you serve as my guard.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to decline your generous offer. I have prior engagements.
Enjoy your smart-mouthing while you can.
Damn, Sadler, you got some serious sass.
Verifica la presión de esa válvula.
Uh-oh. Looks like we got trouble over here. Oh yeah, big trouble.
¿Viste algo? No hay problema.
Damn.
What the hell?
Hey, it's about time.
Sorry, bad traffic. I'll cover you.
Bad traffic? But you're flying a helicopter. Whatever. At least we now finally have some goddamn reinforcements. Can someone explain to me how that's possible with a helicopter? We have technically changed the helicopter so much that it would lose the trash. Who cares? It serves as a distraction. Wow. Awesome, dude.
Now that's what I call backup.
The name's Mike. You looking for firepower, you come to the right place.
Thanks, man. Anyway, say hello to Mike the Chopper Guy. Oh dear. Anyway, Mike the Chopper Guy, what he's going to do throughout this section, throughout the entirety of this part of the chapter, Mike is going to provide you some well-needed backup from the skies above. So what he's going to do is very simple. Anytime you see someone on a Gatling gun, get to coverage immediately, otherwise you will blow up and die. So, that's pretty neat. Also, this is when the music really starts to get good. Around this point in the game. No other point in the game, in my opinion, has music that is this good. So now we have to do a Lord Apple Days. And also got some young guys want to rip the shred for Swiss cheese. That's fun. Mike is also going to try to provide some additional firepower assistance by using the bad guys as well that are running around the bow. So that's very, very nice of him. There are a couple of ways to go about getting through this section. Although you really should not rely on Mike's firepower to get through all of these enemies on the map. Though Mike does provide some much needed assistance, he's by no means perfect. Here's something to keep in mind as you're going about this. For places that have a ton of cover and also other typically might not shoot any enemies that are within buildings and such. Which makes sense, but still, it's an attack helicopter, so what you expect. Man, that's... I think that part's done. Climb back up. Way to get through is just inch your way through little bits at a time and then have Mike clean up the major obstacles and the major mess holes, if you know what I mean. I highly recommend to try to take the high road as much as possible. So that way you can not only gain a height advantage over your enemies, but also not have to worry so much about Gatling guns trying to gun you down constantly. That grenade. Let's see what's over here. Oh, this was back right where I started. Oh, god damn it. I do that. Sometimes you get so lost in the action that you end up losing your sense of direction. Perhaps I need to go in a different direction. Okay, where the hell do I go then? Maybe I should try this one. No. Guess this brings me back up here. Damn it. No. Duh. I feel like a freaking idiot right now. Oh, hello. We have Fat Rambo ready to fight us. Yes, I can. Yeah, Mike, a little help with the pockets. Okay, then. Do what you want. Just keep making noise, sound like a lawnmower, and just fire your Gatling gun. Do what you want. It's not like you're gonna run out of ammo ever. Welcome to the worst section in this entire frickin' area. This section. There are two guys mounting two different Gatling guns. At some point, Mike will be able to take out one of them. But the other one, you have to take out on your own. So, what you should do is try to take out one of the best guns. That way, Mike can finish the job and kill the other one. God damn it. But still, you can never be too careful, especially for a situation like this. So once you take both the action gun meters out, this section is one thing I will definitely say is I have the fact that are frequent for us to learn entire Get out of my way. Was that really necessary? Well, I guess Mike can take out both the gas guns, but it does take a while for him to do so. So that is something to keep in mind. As far as when they'll do it exactly, I'm pretty sure that's reliable RNG. I think the music stopped, so I think we're clear. We're good to go now. Awesome. At least this was now made a lot easier thanks to Mike the Chopper guy. Gotta love that so much. This switch and get out of here. Last thing we need now is like a bunch of enemies to show up out of freaking nowhere. And Mike, why are you shooting me? Granted, Mike cannot hurt you, but he can definitely hurt other enemies. Use that to your advantage. The game crashed. Son of a bitch! Why did the game crash? And at a time like that? Damn it, man. Now I have to redo that entire section all over again. That is so stupid. Ugh, someone clip that. I will say this, thank God for the ability to skip cutscenes, because, oh my god, that was just annoying. That would be annoying if I have to be forced to sit through all the cutscenes again. Funny enough, when I ended the stream last night, just after ending everything, when everything closed, I went back to the main menu so I could exit out of the game, and the game crashed before the exit. Maybe the game crashed because the music stopped playing. I have no idea. But then again, there was no music to begin with when I first I don't know what that's all about. It's weird. sucks that I have to redo this entire freaking thing all over. Especially the hard part of the triple Gatling gun troublemakers. Well, at the very least, this will get done quickly. Now that I know exactly what I'm doing, I won't have to waste as much ammo either. Trying to take out everyone. It still would have been nice to have continued on, or at least the next typewriter. That way I could have saved my progress. Okay, how do you get these? Deaths are only tallied up until the next typewriter that you choose to save progress. And hello there, Fat Rainbow. How are you? Good to see you. Just to be sure, yep, no treasures. Alright, we're good to go. Here we go again for the next section, which I dubbed the artist section to get through. Even though we got through it pretty easily during the first attempt, although we didn't use the check, the game crashed, which is absolutely absurd. Not the best way to die, or the most gracious. instead, we unfortunately have to stick with what we have. As much as I hate to admit. Hello. Get lost. There. Like my friend. Hello. That's fine. Like I said, usually just get through this no problem again. Nice one, Mike. Thanks for taking out that other Gatling gun so it can never be used again, but again, was that really all that necessary? Hello? Also, you can crouch behind cover or certain pieces of cover, but again, you have to look around to do that, which is pretty rare for that to happen in the first place. Also, the music cut out again. That's not a good sign. Alright, I'm just gonna take what I have here and just go. Please don't crash. Oh. Right. I still gotta put the other switch. Oops. Why? There's really no need to do this. Hey, get out of the way! Alright. That's done. Let's move on. Please don't crash. Thank you. Holy crap, that was annoying. Phew. Man, that was scary. Uh-oh. Now we're completely surrounded.
Take cover!
Everything right. Resident Evil 4 brought to you by Michael Bay.
Thanks. When we get out of here, drinks are on me.
Yeah, hey, I know a good bar.
Oh, damn.
Mike!
I gotta ask though, why didn't they do that earlier? Damn you, Sadler. Why I gotta do that shit?
I'll make sure you're the next to go, Sadler.
Ooh, I'm sorry, Leon.
Sadler, you bastard!
It's nothing to get all upset about. Don't tell me you've never swatted a bothersome fly. In essence, it's the same thing.
What did you say? Insects' life doesn't compare to human lives.
When you've acquired this power, you too will understand.
Guess it's another good reason to get the parasite out of my body.
I wish you luck.
Wow, what an ass. One of the biggest assholes on the face of the frickin' asshole mania. But damn. Really sucks that Mike is gone. He's done. Yeah, I'll make sure they pay for this. At least $2 million plus. And also blood. Lots and lots of blood. always good to go. Always good to be prepared for anything and everything that comes ahead. Okay. Well, Mike may be gone, but he did provide some well-needed assistance, especially for a part like that. So, to honor Mike's memory and honor the path that he created for us, we're going to use this opportunity to make our way forward and try to find Ashley and rescue her.
Leon, you okay?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Sorry, Ada.
We have to get that parasite out of your body.
Yeah. But before that, I gotta save Ashley.
Fine. Let's split up.
Well, that was a pretty interesting encounter with Ada. Seems like the parasite is really starting to gain control over the body here. We gotta do something about that. And soon. Oh, great. What the hell is that? Looks like a body part of some sort. I don't like that. I also don't like the fact that this is really unsettling. Granted, I should be used to unsettling things in Resident Evil, but hey, I'm just saying. Things like this can really, drive a chill up one's spine. Very, very easily, too. What the hell? That was a body. That was something, that's for sure. Also, we have that thing again. Who would have thought we'd be fighting these things again? Phew. So you thought we were done with the thermal scope? Honestly, I kind of thought so too, but in actuality, not even close. Excuse me. We still have a ways to go, and we still have to use the thermal scope in some situations. At least as of yet. But damn, this looks like a torture chamber of some kind. Almost like people were crucified. Quite literally. Seems like some of them were even tortured. This must have been where the experiments were held. And it was not pretty. Okay, let's move on then. Let's get out of here and maybe someplace even nicer looking. Maybe a field of grass filled with flowers. Wants to take over the world or something. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not to that extent. Okay. Oh, hello there. Why did you not react? Even though you clearly had a line of sight on me. Oh man, that is always the best. Oh dear. honestly, who can blame him? Especially after we've taken out several of his brethren already. Damn it. I wish I could shoot through the wall with the sniper rifle. It is a high caliber rifle and everything. Oh, hello! He just took a high caliber rifle to the chest and still lived. Hello there. How you doing? I still want to take out that Mr. Gatling gun McGee over here. But of course he's not stepping out of his little hiding. Okay. Okay, at least that's over for now. There might be someone else later, so that is something to keep in mind as well. Also, this entire location is filled with a lot of explosive barrels around here. So take advantage of that fact. Take advantage of the explosive boxes and be prepared to shoot them well. Electric blocking device. Hardware. I have a feeling that's going to go red at some point very, very soon. So it might not be a bad idea to try to see if I can find a key card before the lock completely locks me out. Well, here's an answer. Okay. What's this? Oh. So now this is completely shut off. It's red. So now, if you try to activate one of these switches, a lot more enemies are going to start spawning in, and one of them is going to hold the key card. Oh. I'll definitely say when it comes to a section like this is be prepared to move a lot, especially at a moment's notice. Otherwise, you may not be able to live to tell the truth. Well, we found the emergency lock key, so that's great. Man, I love doing that so much, especially for a huge crowd of enemies. It's always so satisfying, especially throwing them off the edge. I don't like the fact that I'm being shot at by another crossbow guy here. It's funny how the crossbow tips themselves are on fire, and yet they don't cause fire damage. Maybe it's supposed to signify that they do more damage now? I don't know. Okay. Now that the emergency lock key has been reinserted, now we can finally start pressing these security switches over here and make our way out of here. I don't know for sure, but I feel like there's a way to get out of bounds and skip this entire section somehow by means of using the striker, along with some advantage of collision detection. Something to that extent. I'm not too sure. I could have swore I remember seeing something like that done during the SGDQ 2018. Maybe? Who knows? Who knows for sure? Okay. Well, that wasn't too hard. It honestly wasn't. Thankfully, this section does start to give you a lot more items to work with, too, so that's pretty cool. Gotten the treasure already, so that means we're good to go there. I'm not too sure, but I feel like this is like the second longest chapter in the entire game. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And we also have that. Of course. Both of them have to have a spot. Well, it does make things easier on me. Because I could just throw a flash grenade and just completely annihilate them. Okay, let's get out of here.
You'll soon harbor an awesome power. Yet it seems you would rather choose death.
I'm taking Ashley back, whether you like it or not.
Ah, the audacity of youth.
Ooh. Nice one, Ada.
Leon, now!
Good God! What the hell are you? Wherever you are.
Move!
You're freaking me out. I don't like it. Also, why didn't Simon use the force power to try to control Leon and Ashley like he did before? He could have easily stopped him and forced him to fight Ada and just completely annihilate her. But no, instead, he just walks like he's frickin' Darth Vader or something. That's just dumb. Really, really dumb. Here you go, Ashley. Some well-deserved and well-needed health buffs for you. And there we go. Ashley is now fully upgraded too. And you know what? Let's go ahead and heal ourselves as well. Bada bing, bada boom. Now both Leon and Ashley have full health upgrades. And there are also some additional items here too that you can pick up. And paper. Lewis's memo number 5. The final memo. Ooh, this is how they could possibly remove the Las Plagas from the host's body without having to kill the host. Very interesting.
Welcome.
Let's see what you got for sale.
Got a selection of what are you selling?
Well, nothing really new for sale per se, but
Is that Thank
so,
you.
Still nice to have.
Ah. Thank you. What are you buying?
Okay, let's see what we should upgrade now. maybe I should upgrade. Yeah, let's go for the striker.
Is that all? Thank you. Is that... Thank you.
Unfortunately, the final firepower upgrade for the striker is 60,000 pesetas, but trust me, it will be worth it.
Is that... Thank you.
And sniper rifles upgrade is also pretty expensive at 40,000
Come back
pesetas.
anytime.
But again, once you get the money that you need and get the upgrades, they'll be well worth it. 13,530 pesetas. Not exactly going to be enough to upgrade anything else, unfortunately, at this point in time, but even so, that's totally fine. Oh, hello there. I find it kind of funny how I can very easily just roadhouse kick even these gigantic football playing guys here. How is that even possible? Why is that so loud? Yeah, who cares? There are people who need to die, and it's either us or them, and there is no in between. Just saying. Let's see what's in here. Well, either way, it takes us to the same sort of room. But I think the other way will take you towards something else. Not too sure. Oh!
This hunk of junk? I don't know about this, Leon.
There's only one way to find out. You operate.
You sure you want to do this?
Yeah.
All right. Here goes nothing. How are you feeling?
Like $1,000,000.
I thought you were gonna die. All right. Guess I'm up.
You okay? I don't know about you, but I think it's time we go home.
So with that, that's the end of 5-4, but that's not the final chapter like I thought it was. In actuality, the next chapter is the final chapter. So, let's go ahead and begin the final chapter of Resident Evil 4. Let's do this. Thank God the freaking parasite is now completely removed. So now we no longer have to worry about the freaking plague literally trying to kill us. Also, here is where Ashley was previously held. So if you want to come back in here and grab some items, go ahead and do so. Let's see if we can find anything in here of any use, which I'm sure we will. Since this is a way we can come back into. You thought this scene was just part of cutscene land that we can never go through again? Well, guess what? You're wrong. Give me some of that ammo. We are so close to the end, folks. I can already see the ending beyond the horizon. It's gonna be great, let me tell you. Okay. So, with that in mind, we're pretty much done here. now that the freaking plague, notice the lust plagas, is completely removed from our bodies, it's now time to make our leave. But before we can do that, there's still the matter of getting the sample back from Sadler and also killing his ass. Oh, okay, what's this? Our mission. Okay. And also I just got an email saying that an item on my Steam wish list is on sale. That's nice. Okay, let's look at this again. So, they had a backup plan all along. Sadler, you really are one smart cookie. Wow. So like I said, their plan is a bit of a complicated one. But I know for a damn fact that it's not going to succeed. Also, this is the final chance that you have to shop at a merchant. Ever. So use this opportunity now to stock up and buy everything that you need.
Got a selection. What are you buying?
So, we're at 15,130 pesetas. There's nothing really we can buy right now. Except a rocket... Okay, not even a rocket launcher.
What are you buying?
There are no upgrades that I can buy right now, per se. Yep. Basically, everything I have is upgraded either to their maximum potential, or I don't have enough money to buy them. Also, this is the final typewriter in the game, too. So this is it. The final chapter. The final boss is among us. So be ready for anything and everything. Excuse me. Just be sure you're fully ready. You have plenty of healing items, which you should by this point, because the game was practically throwing herbs at you like they're freaking candy, especially at this point in the game. Okay, that's done. Let's go. Onward to the final challenge.
Something's not right. Ashley, you stay here.
Good idea, Leon. Leave Ashley here. Uh-oh. Ada!
Ada!
Hello, Sadler.
Better try a new trick, cause that one's getting old. You okay?
I've been better.
What's so funny?
Oh, I think you know. The American prevailing is a cliché that only happens in your Hollywood movies. Oh, Mr. Kennedy, you entertain me. To show my appreciation, I will help you awaken from your world of clichés.
Whoa.
Ada, stand back.
So here we go, folks. Time to fight Sadler, the final boss of the game. If you happen to have a rocket launcher, you could cheese this one by blasting right here and now. But since I don't have a rocket launcher, I will have to fight him normally. And that's totally fine. I'd rather show how you're supposed to play it normally anyway. So anyway, in order to damage that, what you have to do is first off, you have to immobilize them by shooting the eyeballs that are opened up on his legs. Which could be a lot easier said than done. Once you shoot an eyeball, that'll be when it's time to pull out the big guns. After you shoot the eye a couple times, also Jamar, welcome to the stream. Thanks for the host, man. Highly appreciate it. You're just in time for me to fight the final boss. Simply kick back up like nothing ever happened. I get knocked down, but I'll get up again. Nothing ever gonna keep me down. I wonder if the grenade is gonna be of any use here. Guess we'll find out now. Oh yeah, looks like it's gonna be of some. So really, like I said earlier, this is all a big game of cat and mouse. You constantly have to play this chasing game. There are also some other things that you can use to damage Sadler as well, or stun him long enough to get a couple of good pop shots on him. The main head piece of him anyway. Also, when crossing these bridges, be prepared to jump. Otherwise, you're going to fall to your untimely doom. That's not fun. Also, explicit boxes can be very helpful too. There we go.
Use this.
After you damage Sadler enough, you'll eventually in a special rocket launcher that's exclusive to only this fight. Yeah, we should definitely try to do that sometime. Though probably not today. Also, this is the special rocket launcher. Like I said, this is an item that it appears only in this fight. It does not appear at any other point in the entire game. And this is the only time you'll be able to use it. After shooting Sadler with the frickin' rocket launcher, the special launcher, he is down and out. And that, as they say, is that. What the hell?
Sorry, Leon. Hand it over.
Ada, you do know what this is.
Don't worry. I'll take good care of it.
Ada!
Gotta go. If I were you, I'd get off this island too.
She really pushed it.
Here, catch. Better get a move on. See you around.
Very cute.
Alright, folks, it's time to make our grand escape. After the fight is concluded, Ada will throw us the jet ski key. Although, what is the jet ski key for? Why is that even here? Well, either way, after you examine Sadler's body, you'll get 100,000 pesetas for defeating him. So now it's time to make our escape. We have 3 minutes, actually a little less than 3 minutes to get off the island. Due to cutscenes.
Leon,
We have to get off this island now. It's gonna blow any minute.
it's gonna what?
Funny, because it's true. Anyway, now it's time to make our escape. And there's actually a pretty funny glitch that you can perform by means of using the striker glitch. I want to see if I can try to show it off. Where we're going, we don't need roads. Come on, Ashley, let's go.
Hang on, sweetheart.
Well, so much for showing that off. Okay, there's actually a pretty funny glitch that you can pull off by means of using some sort of weird combination of the striker glitch along with another glitch that you can perform that sends Leon flying without the jet ski.
Wait! Behind us!
I know. Just hold on.
Hold on, Ashley. Now it's really time to get out of here. And if you crash into anything, you will die instantaneously. Thankfully, you'll only go back to the previous checkpoint, so it's not the end of the world. But still, is it really necessary to do something like that? Thankfully, the jet ski controls are very simple and straightforward. Just use the analog stick to steer and accelerate, and you should be perfectly fine. But here we are. Finally.
Ashley! Ashley! Where are ya?
Leon!
Come on. Let's go home.
Sounds like a great idea. Mission accomplished. Right, Leon?
Not quite. I still have to get you home safe.
That's true.
So, after you take me back to my place, how about we do some, overtime?
Sorry.
Somehow I knew you'd say that, but it doesn't hurt to ask, you know? So, who was that woman anyway?
Why do you ask?
Come on, tell me.
She's like a part of me I can't let go. Let's leave it at that.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Resident Evil 4. The game is finally over, at least the main campaign is. However, there is still the matter of showing off the extra content, which I do plan to show off today, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. At least show off as much as I can before I run out of time, per se. But we are only about an hour and a half into the stream, so the next few parts of this should not take nearly as long. So, Resident Evil 4. This is a game that has been ported over to a lot of different consoles over the years. Where it originally started on the Nintendo GameCube, it was later brought over to other consoles, like the PlayStation 2, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3. And now it's available for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. And the HD re-releases of the game, I believe, allow you to run the game in 4K, 60 frames per second. I'm pretty sure, at least on PS4 Pro, Xbox One X, as well as the PC version, if your PC can handle it, that is. But, hey, I'm just saying, for those of you who love playing games in 4K, this is a pretty easy game to run at 60 frames per second. You don't really need that powerful of hardware to do so. And even if you don't have the hardware, then by all means buy either the Xbox One or PlayStation 4 versions, and the experience is essentially the same. It's just slightly different button prompts, and that's about it. So, with this, what's happening now? I think these pictures are supposed to signify how the Las Plagas came to be, and how Sadler came to be as well. So, there's that. So now, the credits roll as we just sit back and just take a look back and talk about the game overall. The game is short and very linear, and to me, I'm okay with that. I think most Resident Evil games are pretty linear, for the most part, and I'm okay with linearity. At least it gives me a clear objective to go to point A to point B, and probably some light puzzle solving that you have to do in order to get past certain obstacles and stuff too. That helps as well, and I'm perfectly okay with that. So, would I recommend getting the game on the PC, Xbox One, or PlayStation 4? I'd say yes. Hell yes. Get this game on either one of those platforms. You can't go wrong. Sure, the textures may not have aged very well, especially for the HD re-releases of the game, but even so, they still look okay. And I'd say they hold up pretty well, though they're not the greatest looking texture quality, but hey, that's just me. But at the very least, the game runs very smoothly and flawlessly too. Only in super rare circumstances will the game crash. And yeah, this game is basically saying, hey, this game is all fiction. It's not real, despite it taking place in reality.
Hunnigan, is that you?
Finally, the line's jack free.
Hey, Hunnigan, no glasses.
Forget the glasses. What's the status of the mission?
I've rescued the subject. We're returning home.
You did it, Leon.
Thanks. You know, you're kind of cute without those glasses. Give me your number when I get back.
May I remind you that you're still on duty?
Story of my life.
Well, with that, my internet decides to take a shit again. And after beating the game at least once, you will, after completing the game, you will get your result catalog, basically dictating your hit ratio, meaning how many times you manage to hit an enemy accurately, and your combined total for the chapters are all averaged together, rounded down, I think, or rounded up. I'm not really too sure how it works, but either way, my hit ratio for this playthrough is 76%, which is really damn impressive. Enemies killed is 945. Number of times killed, I was killed 30 times throughout the course of the playthrough, and this playthrough took me 13 hours and 12 seconds. I know I can definitely get through this game a lot faster if I really want to, but I'm not a speedrunner, and I like playing through things casually, watching cutscenes, seeing how the story unfolds, etc., etc. I'm just that kind of guy. But either way, after seeing your results, you can choose to upload your data to the leaderboards depending on which version of the game you're playing. It'll either be uploaded to the PlayStation Network, the Xbox Live, or the Steam leaderboards. So after beating the game once, you can now purchase several new weapons. The first is the infinite ammo rocket launcher and the Metallida from the merchant. So that is awesome. Let's go ahead and save progress and save it here. Clear game, new round. So what that means, that is now a save file that can be used for New Game Plus. Speaking of New Game Plus, you can choose to start a new game, and now you have access to a new difficulty option known as Professional Mode. So Professional Mode, how that works is, remember what I said before, how this game has adaptive difficulty settings, depending on your performance? Well, Professional Mode completely throws that out the window, and everyone is like Super Saiyan God Blue. Yeah, they're that freaking deadly. So, that's fun. That's another way you can play through the game if you want to play through at the hardest difficulty possible, where basically anything and everything will kill you in one hit, or deal so much damage that you're practically on death's doorstep. Something to that extent. We also have access to the credits now, and an alternate title screen that pans around the village area. So the credits, if you select this, you can view the credit roll all over again, and we also have access to extras. There are several extras depending on which version of the game that you're playing. If you're playing the original GameCube version, then you'll have access to the Mercenaries mode. The Mercenaries mode is a mini game that you can choose to play, and play on several small maps as certain characters with certain weapon loadouts, and try to kill as many enemies as possible and get a high score. I'll definitely be showing this off, but starting with the PlayStation 2 version, you also get access to Separate Ways. Yeah, Separate Ways. Also, another thing forgot to mention too is Assignment Ada. This is a side mode that was also a part of the GameCube version, so this, along with the Mercenaries mode, is also here. But like I said, starting with the PlayStation 2 version onward, Separate Ways is added, which is another little side story that stars Ada Wong. So, throughout the course of the main story, Ada was helping Leon in some way, as you'll see within Separate Ways. And there's finally the movie browser. What this is if you you can select any of the scenes that you've previously seen throughout the course of the entire game. Through all 5 chapters. There's also apparently one scene that I missed in Chapter 3. That's interesting. And looks like there's also one scene that I'm missing here in Chapter 5 too. So that's pretty interesting. That's the movie viewer. You can essentially turn this into Resident Evil 4 the movie by viewing every cutscene in order. So you can do that. But for right now, I think I'm gonna spend the rest of this time going over Assignment Ada. Clearing this mode, this is a short little game mode that you can play as Ada Wong. And if you complete this mode, you'll get access to another very powerful weapon that you can purchase during New Game Plus. And as far as what weapon that is, I'll go over that when we get to it. Let's begin Assignment Ada.
Have you retrieved the sample?
Not yet.
Some kind of trouble?
Sadler. He knows.
Ah. Your extraction chopper will pick you up at the rendezvous point as planned.
I'll be there.
Welcome to Assignment Ada. Mission objective: collect 5 Plaga samples and head towards the rendezvous point. This seems like a pretty simple task. You have access to essentially the same sort of arsenal that Leon had, but she also has her own set of weapons and her own briefcase. So she has the What is this again? Examine. This is the Punisher. Any weapons that Ada has here are predetermined, and they have their own set of upgrades. So the Punisher, for example, she has her firepower up to 1.9, so the pistol itself is not too powerful. Here's the TMP that she has. She doesn't have the stock for it, so that's kind of unfortunate, and it only has up to 100 rounds for its capacity. And finally, her last weapon is the sniper rifle, the semi-auto sniper rifle. Also has a scope on it. So, yeah, that's pretty neat. The sniper rifle is fully maxed out as far as firepower is concerned, but it is kind of lacking in other areas. And unfortunately, you're kind of stuck with what you have, for the most part. So, use your weapons wisely. Thankfully, though, you will get your hands on ammo throughout the course of Assignment Ada. Come on. There you go. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Good boy for dying like a good man. Apple Day! Hello, Apple Day. How you doing? It kind of sucks that we don't have any flash grenades to work with either. That would make getting rid of Las Plagas so much easier. Oh! Hello! Okay, that was kind of scary. Also, Ada does have her own variation of the Roadhouse kit. So that's nice. Although getting rid of the Las Plagas during Assignment Ada, especially for this area, is definitely going to be a very difficult task. Well, one thing I will definitely mention is that unlike Leon, who has to climb everything, Ada says screw that, she'll just climb with style. You also have access to a first aid spray, and also you may also... excuse me. You may also have access to additional herbs. Although, I think increasing her health is nice, but I think it's only effective for this play session. So there's no way you can save progress during Assignment Ada. But, even if you do end up dying, it's not the end of the world. There are checkpoints here. As far as how many there are exactly, I really do not want to find out anytime soon. I really wish Ada had her own shotgun to work with, but sadly no. Instead, you're given a set number of items and a set number of weapons. And whatever you have, that's it. That's all you have. As stupid, excuse me, as that may sound, it's just the way it is. Also, we have trouble already. Fantastic. Ow! Crap! I can't see. The last thing you really need to do here is get completely swarmed, especially by Mr. Gatling Gun McGee. A.k.a. Rambo. Ow. Crap. Okay. That'll work. So one strategy you can definitely do for this part of the game, or for this section in particular, if you want to get through this more easily, fall back and just lure the enemies up over here instead of having to fight them on the main island. This way you can make it so all the enemies are gathered together in a nice big row and you can easily... oh crap. Get them all together and then just blast them away. That's essentially the strategy for this last part. Or you could be a devil. Go Rambo. Use the old unlike Leon, who can collect the pesetas off of fallen enemies and other things here, Ada does not have access to that. She does not have access to pesetas during this mode. So that is something to keep in mind. One thing I will definitely say when it comes to this mode in particular, try to use your healing items sparingly. And use them only when you need to. Also, don't be afraid to combine any herbs that you may find on the field. Especially the yellow herbs and the green herbs. Combine them together to increase Ada's health. Again, it may only be effective for the duration of the game mode, but it's better than nothing, that's for sure. I really wish Ada had some better weapons here. I think for the most part though, Ada is going to be using nothing but the TMP. As stupid as that may sound, but it's actually true. Handgun ammo is so scarce, especially for a place like this. But, yeah. I feel like Assignment Ada is a bit of a throwaway game mode, but again, the reward you can get from completing this mode is well worth it. At least in my personal opinion. And I think upon entering this area, marks a checkpoint. I think this is one of the only checkpoints that you're going to be getting in the entire playthrough, or Assignment Ada. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. And again, as I've mentioned before, try your best to survive and also lure enemies over here to their doom. And again, if you hear music playing, there's more than likely an enemy or multiple enemies roaming around about. So keep on your guard. There are also some additional treasures that you can find here. Well, they're not really treasures, they're more like ammunition, grenades, stuff of that nature. If it comes down to it and you are forced to use a grenade or two, don't be afraid to do it. Just try to keep your distance when throwing a grenade, otherwise you're going to end up killing yourself along with your friends. That's not a good idea. Not at all. Here might be a good instance of using one of those grenades. There we go. I do like the fact that this sniper rifle does have the ability to penetrate those wooden shields. Oh crap. That was too close. Dynamite guys are definitely some of the most dangerous enemies that you can encounter throughout the entirety of Encyclopedia. And the reason why is a very simple reason. If they blow up, you are going to receive some serious damage, or you will die. One of those two things will happen. It will be unfortunate. And it'll be sad for everyone, including yourself. In fact, you may end up running effect, depending on how far you go. Case in point. I really need to shut up on some of these things. Another thing you could do is the mode is instead of fighting everyone like a man, you could just run through as many enemies as possible and just try to make your way to the end goal. The mission objective, of course, is simple enough. Find and get all the samples that you need. Look at that thing. Oh, hello! I didn't notice you there. Asswats. That was completely unexpected. Phew, that was close. Really hate the fact that I had to use my first aid spray in order to get what I needed, but still. Better than nothing, I always say. Also, some parts are modified compared to what Leon went through. Instead of going through the front door, Ada instead goes through the ventilation ducts. So, now that we've successfully infiltrated this area, now it's time to grab what we need. Oh. Well, that was unfair. I was in the middle of my goddamn animation. There was no way I could dodge that. Okay, so now this part of the game does turn into a bit of a maze. Well, not so much of a maze per se, it's more like you gotta explore all around the place in order to find what you're looking for. Which is perfectly fine. I don't mind having to be a little adventurous and try to find what it is I'm looking for. Gives you a nice lay of the land, at least in my opinion. There are several rooms that you will have to go into, and thankfully all the enemies here are not the same as what Leon faced, with those freaking morphing guys that regenerate themselves upon being shot and stuff. Nothing like that, no. Instead, all you have is just regular enemies with broomsticks and other weaponry. So overall, I feel like this part can be a bit difficult, or this mode can be a difficult one, but either way. We now have our first Plaga sample, and unlike Leon, where key items typically don't take up accessories or slots within the suitcase, these do. So you have to be sure you have enough room to hold these samples along with all other objects. So that is something to keep in mind as you're going about this. Okay, and before we move on to the next room, there's still this one on the corner over here that we still need to explore yet. I'll come back here. Man, I love doing that so much. There. Well, that was... It seems to me that the Las Plagas here are a lot more difficult to take out this time around as opposed to before. But that would make sense since their is inferior to that of Leon's. Especially for this point in the game. By the way, typically whenever you pick up a Las Plagas sample, you also get try to kill you. If you're not prepared, you are going to die. Trust me when I say that. Enemies are going to try to constantly bum rush you. And sometimes it may not be a bad idea to just simply make a run for it, as opposed to trying to stick it out. I also gotta get rid of these damn grenades. Might not be a bad idea to get rid of some by using them in the most creative way possible. Whoa! Okay, that was unexpected. Crap, 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 crap. Well, that's one way of clearing everyone out of there. I might hold on to the last grenade that I have here, so that way... I knew I heard something. Okay. Need to regain my composure. Just gotta be prepared to blast everyone out the door. Another thing, again, you could do is try to make a run for it. If you feel like you're going to lose the gunfight or just get overwhelmed, don't be afraid to run. Running and fighting to live another day is honestly not a bad thing at all. Sure, you'll miss out on some potential ammo drops and everything, but again, better than dying any day of the week. Now might be a good time to try to use this. Well, that didn't work. That was scary. Especially when I didn't throw the grenade properly. Arming the grenades themselves can be a bit of a chore, And it's also purely... Oh, crap. Thank you for killing your friend, you dumbass. And you took yourself out, too. Oh, that's funny. Okay. That full heal. Like I said though, throughout the course of this, thankfully there are lots and lots through that, seriously. Wow, you're down. Maybe not the person hitting the switch, but more so... Oh. Hello. It's at times like these that me had a blessing. If it was just one, that would satisfy me. There we go. Woo! Another really, really close call. Make sure I have everything else I need. Yes, I do. Okay. Yellow herb. I'll happily take that. Thank you very much. Is it me or are these guys just plain stupid? Like when it comes to doors, they just don't know how to do it. Maybe it's just me. I know there's another enemy here. Yep, here. Hello there. There was one other thing I wanted to mention, and that thing I wanted to mention was I did recently get my hands on an SSD, and the SSD I did pick up was a Samsung 860 EVO. I chose that particular SSD because I wanted to clone my hard drive on my computer. And be able to do so without having to worry about whether or not the cloning process was going to fail. And when I cloned my hard drive, it took an extremely long time. When I say long, I mean long. So, when I got my hands on the SSD, I went ahead and set it up so I could start the cloning process. And that was the previous evening, which was last Monday. And when I started it, basically went all throughout the course of the next day until the previous evening pretty much before the cloning process was finished. So, in other words, it took over 20 hours for everything to get done. Might be a good time to throw in the grenade. possible, and don't be afraid to use the staircase as cover. Phew. At least killing him gets you a first aid spray. So that's always nice to have. And again, there are plenty of herbs that you can use to heal yourself if you feel like it's necessary. Well, that was stupid. That was even dumber. I really wish I could shoot through the door. Okay. That owl. Freaking jerk. Why does everyone have to be such a big freaking jerkwad? Okay, come on in. Stupid freaking plague. You die. Completely unexpected. Whatever. I'm okay with that. Whew, that was pretty scary. But honestly, that wasn't the worst thing out there. Trust me, it's going to get worse. Much, much worse as we go on. Is it me, or is the briefcase kind of pixelated? Maybe it's just me. I never really noticed that before. Oh! Damn! One shot to the head. I love it. I really don't like the fact that these enemies are like freaking bullet sponges and everything. But again, just due to the way Ada works in Assignment Ada, it's unfortunately the way it is. Ooh, okay. Apparently I'm maxed out. Pretty much out of space. Okay then. Well, that's not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. Oh well. I'm sure things will be okay still. If I can remember to push the right button. Okay, the Plaga sample is done. Upon grabbing that Plaga sample, it locks up the doors for, it locks up the doors. Now you have to either that, or you have to press the switch for it to work. It would make sense if I would have to push something. And here it is. Excellent. Well, that wasn't so bad. Now we can just... Okay, maybe not leave. I really wish you could reload while you're running. Moving at all. Screw that. I am not sticking around here. Okay. Time for the final part of Assignment Ada. We got 4 out of the 5 Plaga samples, so now all there's left to do is grab the last one and leave. Will it be this simple? Go! Apparently not. Browser's not having any of that. then he decides to ambush us. And unlike Leon, who can actually dodge the crap, Leon is not so fortunate. For the most part, you kind of have to play a game of chicken with Mr. Krause. Again, reading him is the best way to go. Damn it. Okay, let's try that again. It seems like whenever you go through a room, you thankfully do have a checkpoint for every time. For every time you go through it, so that's always nice to see. Really wish Ada would turn a little more quickly. God damn it. There are also these barrels here that you could open up and grab some additional ammo. Alongside some additional items you may need. So, here's what I recommend when it comes to this fight in particular. Are you fucking kidding me with that shit? Ah, god damn it. I hate that so much. That is so dumb. I wish you could just avoid Krauser like the plague that he is. But sadly, no, you can't. Usually they leave it there. By the way, I wonder if I could just exit here and come back. Okay, I can. But of course, if I do that, Krauser, he's still gonna be here. I wonder if he fully recovered from that. Snivy will have the ability to penetrate the shield. Why didn't I get the prompt to dodge him there? That's not fair. Not a fan of this fight when you're playing as Ada. I really am not. Again, you just don't have as many options to take down Krauser like you do with Leon. Okay. leave the room and re-enter, then you inflicted will remain. Who knows? I guess it's good advice. Broken ass mechanics. That's unfair. I have no fucking health left. That was gonna happen. Saw that coming from a million frickin' miles away. I feel like for this fight, you really need good RNG. RNG, why does that have to be a thing in Resident Evil? I have no idea. Like, really. Especially for moments like this. Seriously, what can... chairs with Mr. Krauser here. He tries to make himself standing fast. Phew! Alright. That got him. Damn. There we go. There's the final Las Plagas sample. After pounding him with so many freaking high caliber rounds into him, Krauser finally falls. So all there's left to do now is call the chopper in and end this thing. Thankfully there's no one else who will try to barge in and ruin your day. There we are. We're done.
Punctual. I like that. Is Krauser there?
He's dead.
Pity. But after all, just another expendable grunt. Thanks to you, however, Umbrella's one step closer to its re-establishment. And once it is, there will be significant changes in our world.
Well, believe it or not, that guy was Albert Wesker. But anyway, after beating a Silent Ada, we will get treated to another credit roll sequence. But this time, I think this credit roll sequence showcases the people who made this part of the game. This game in particular. I'm not too sure, but either way, it's still very nice to see. You also get to see something not normally seen in gameplay during the main course of playthrough. So, you may have noticed that Ada along with Leon are wearing what looks to be different costumes. Well, believe it or not, from the PlayStation 2 version onward. There's, I believe, one more additional costume that you can unlock, though I could be wrong on that, but either way, I do know there is one alternate costume and then another one you can unlock. Anyway, you can choose to watch the ending movie again if you want after viewing it, and I'm not going to. There's no need to. After beating the mode for the first time, if you start a game with Separate Ways clear file, you can buy the Chicago typewriter from the merchant. The Separate Ways game mode is the next game mode that you can play with Agent Ada. So that's pretty cool, and I think I'm going to go ahead and show that off next. So, unlike Assignment Ada where you have to play through the entire thing in one sitting, Separate Ways is entirely different. This is kind of like another playthrough of the game, except much shorter. So, let's begin Separate Ways. And just like I said before, Separate Ways allows you to save data. But one thing to keep in mind is that even though you have the ability to save in this mode, you do have to create a new save file that's exclusive for this mode only. So that is something to keep in mind. So let's begin Separate Ways now.
Separate Ways. The only reason I've taken on this mission is to get closer to my own objective. No matter what happens, I can't let anyone figure that out. Of course, hiding in the shadows isn't my style. I'll have to reveal myself to him and offer advice once in a while.
No vamos. ¡Ah, qué madre! Te cogí.
So I see you've managed to arrive at the village on time.
Yes, but nobody remembered to roll out my red carpet.
The villagers there are all being controlled. They automatically attack any intruders. Ring the church bell. That should quiet them down for a while.
Sounds like they're good, obedient boys and girls.
Unfortunately, time is not a luxury we have. Gather as much information as you can about the parasites and finish off this little tour.
Okay, welcome to Chapter 1. Ring the church bell. That is our objective. And oddly enough, that introduction cutscene with the Separate Ways, for whatever reason, uses the older FMV file from the PlayStation 2 release of the game. Don't know why that is, but whatever. Anyway, you also do have the ability to gain pesetas and spend them as you please. Unlike Leon, who has his own set of pesetas, that is not carried over to Ada Wong, so she has to gather that on her own. So, here we go. So, our objective looks like a pretty simple one. Just gotta ring the church bell in order to provide a distraction for Leon. So, much like with Separate Ways, the controls for Ada Wong are pretty much the same. She has her own weapon arsenal, and she has a couple of different weapons. The Blacktail, as well as just a regular old shotgun that looks like the Spaz 12. The Black Bull, unlike the Assignment Ada, this one has different firepower as well as different stats altogether. And the shotgun is an exclusive weapon only available in this mode. I'm pretty sure. So this is just a standard pump-action shotgun, which again, kind of looks like the Spaz 12 shotgun, one of the older models. So, that's pretty neat. Also has its own stats that you can modify later on. And I believe in this mode you cannot expand your briefcase any bigger than it currently is. So just like before, try to hold on to your ammo as much as possible. Take your shots wisely. Falcon kick everyone in the face, Roadhouse style. And grab whatever it is they happen to have in their possessions. Simple as that. So anyway, unlike Leon's story, which took quite a while to complete, in this iteration, Ada was there throughout the course of Leon's adventure, as previously stated before, but she was actually more involved as she went on. And the reason for that is because she is technically working for the bad guy, Wesker. So why is she doing this? I'm going to guess she's a double agent. She's a double agent trying to gather as much intel on Wesker as possible, while also trying to help out Leon and other survivors of the Raccoon City incident. Something to that extent. Maybe that's just how she works. Then again, maybe I didn't do enough research on Ada Wong, but whatever. It's not like that really matters all that much anyway. And as you can see, if you thought the game was linear before, it has just gotten a lot more linear. So, there's not as many rooms that you have to go through in order to complete each chapter and each objective. So, that is something to keep in mind. I was still trying to explore each of these rooms as much as humanly possible. So that way, you can not only ambush some of the enemies before this area, but you can also get nice weapons, ammo, other necessary items in order to keep people alive. Shotgun so much. I'm pretty sure this shotgun really works a lot like how Leon's first shotgun works, where the closer the enemy is, the more damage it'll deal over range. I think that's how it's supposed to work. I believe later on we will get access to future weapons and... Okay.
¡Bloqueale el paso!
Another SMG which borrows two. Perhaps the reason why they did things this way, maybe they just forgot. Maybe they just forgot to update the cutscenes for Separate Ways. Which, yeah, that is pretty lazy. Whatever. I feel like they use it all the time. Especially the roof of that house.
Detrás de ti, imbécil.
Wow, that's awesome. So, one thing that's worth noting in this mode is that there are certain spots where you can actually use a hook shot to hook yourself up to. Use that to your advantage to gain a height advantage over the enemy. This way, you don't have to worry so much about possibly dying. I believe the hook shot can be used as many times as you feel is necessary. Accidentally scared the cow. I thought I killed it for a moment. It's not like it really matters anyway.
Detrás de ti, imbécil.
Te voy a hacer picadillo.
Definitely sounds like how I want to have a time too. I don't think the chainsaw guys that Leon will come after us, which is nice to see. Also, since this is the first chapter of Separate Ways, we're fighting the first chapter set of enemies, so we don't have to worry about any Las Plagas appearing from over top some people's heads. Although we still do have to worry about possibly dying, which would be really, really bad. Because checkpoints, I believe, are only marked as soon as you leave the room. Well, crap. Out of ammo on both. Okay, maybe not both weapons yet. Well, this is a very scary situation. For sure. The last thing you need to do here is run out of ammo completely. Otherwise, you'll be down to using nothing but your knife. And trust me, you do not want to rely on the butterfly knife. Ever. If you're down to just your knife, you might as well restart from the previous checkpoint. Because there is no way in hell you want to. Just saying. The hell off of me, you crazy witch. For whatever reason, it seems like it's so much harder to hit stuff that are flying throughout the air. Crap, okay. I wasn't sure if they were dead yet or what. It's the reason why I decided to take that extra pot shot. Oh, there's Leon. Oh, sorry, buddy. We're gonna have to leave you behind for now. Or maybe I can just, let's go. Let's just get out of here. Better to prepare to escape now as opposed to waiting until much later where I could die. Ooh, golden chicken egg. So, I think what that does is that unlike the regular eggs, they can be used to fully heal you. And they're also pretty valuable too, I think.
Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger.
What are you selling?
Okay, let's see what we can sell to Mr. Merchant here.
Is that all, stranger?
3,000 for a gold chicken egg. Not too
Thank
bad.
you.
Not too bad of a
What are you
purchase.
buying?
Anyway. Okay, so I was wrong. You can buy larger briefcases. They're just expensive as hell. As you would expect from a game such as this.
Is that all?
Let's buy the treasure map.
Thank you.
It'll definitely come in handy, especially for things like this. And let's see what else I can purchase.
Not enough cash, stranger.
I didn't think I had so little cash to begin with. Well, that does make sense.
Come back anytime.
Okay. Let's check out the map, see what I can find over here. There is definitely a treasure in the previous room. Oh. Of course. Because I went through the door, I can't go backwards. Damn it! Oh well. That's okay. Never really said it was going to be an all treasures playthrough anyway, so it's not like that really matters. Okay. Let's just focus on the objective for now. Uh-oh. Still got trouble down here. Thankfully, the game is going to be nice enough to give us plenty of ammo. I'd love to have a TMB right about now. Sadly, I just do not have that. Doesn't look like there's anything over here. Ow! What the hell? I know there's still people coming. Well, that was pretty scary. By the way, another thing I have not mentioned yet is that unlike the main game, when you start a playthrough of separate ways, the difficulty is predetermined. I think it's on a normal difficulty. Then again, maybe the difficulty adjusts itself throughout the course of the playthrough. I'm not too sure. But either way... Either way, for right now though, things seem easy. Enemies are nowhere near as aggressive as they were before, but they do still deal quite a lot of damage. Ow! God damn it! Why do I always have to be surrounded by figures? And I always gotta miss at least one shot. There we go. Whew. So like I said, Assignment Ada can be a pretty short game mode. Assignment Ada is a short game mode, but separate ways. This one is much longer than Assignment Ada. That's for sure, because this is kind of an abridged version of the main Resident Evil 4 storyline. So what that means is, even though Ada was involved quite a bit throughout the story with Leon and Scott Kennedy, that does not mean that she was in the spotlight all the time. In fact, she she was working in the shadows quite a lot for the entirety of the adventure. Here we are. Okay, there are a couple of treasures around here. Again, treasure map is always worth getting. That way you can make more money later. Especially with the future playthroughs of the game. With any future playthroughs that you choose to do for separate ways, which, believe it or not, yes, there is a new game plus for this mode. And I believe, just like with the main game, after you beat this mode once, you'll also get access to alternate costumes. I'm pretty sure the solution to this puzzle is essentially the same as before. Unlike the last time, though, where this puzzle was optional, this one you have to do it in order to progress. Thankfully, if you feel like you really screwed up on this puzzle, you can easily just reset it by quitting it, and then simply redoing it. There we go. Got the round insignia. Oh, of course, we have friends. Why did I face away from them and do a nice twirl like a princess? I know Ada's a woman, but come on, man. Ain't nobody got time for that. Still up there. I don't like that at all. Well, looks like, since we took the insignia... At the very least, at any time, we can always re-grab the insignia after we grab something else that we're putting away. As far as what we can use, I'm pretty sure there's something else that we can grab. I'm pretty sure we can find something else. Somewhere within this area, we should find another round object that we can just put into that center where the insignia was set. Man, I always love doing that. Oh, hello, Mr. Snake. Is it me, or do snakes show up more often in this mode than Leon's mode? Oh, hello. Looks like we do have something here that we can use. Also, say hello to one of the chainsaw Not what I wanted. Not what I needed. Green cat eye. This is normally a treasure that you could sell, but in this instance, it's a key item. Fucking ammo! Well, Ada's gonna be feeling that tomorrow. God damn it. All because I got stabbed. Shit. And of course, the checkpoint was marked. So we're back to square mother effing one. Damn it. Which means we gotta do the puzzle all over again too. Damn it. Why wasn't the checkpoint marked after the puzzle was complete? It makes no goddamn sense. Whatever. At the very least, we will be able to do this slightly faster this time. And not only that, we'll also may even be able to do something else more quickly. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Okay, you're still alive. Really? There we go. Sit down, son. It would be nice to go back to the merchant and purchase another weapon. Although I think it is possible you can do that. It just takes a lot longer. In fact, I probably should have tried to do that anyway after completing the puzzle. That way I could have marked the checkpoint. And any of the actions I've done previously would have been saved before getting chopped in half. Especially when puzzles are involved, those are the worst moments. What's more is that, when it comes to something like today, he took less bullets this time than the last time. Perhaps the reason why is because, well, it's because I died before, and because of the whole adaptive difficulty thing. That's what caused it. That's what caused her to not take as much damage. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine at this point. But either way, now that we have the round cat's eye, now we should be able to solve this puzzle again and grab the round insignia and go. Okay, let's start with this. There we go. One shot left. one shot. That's all I have. Whew. I really hate the situation that I'm in. Oh, crap. Of course. Yeah, I feel like this is my fault because I spent too much time in the village section trying to kill all the enemies in the area instead of just, So, if you are completely out of town, like I said, you will be forced to use nothing but your knife. And in situations like these, if you're completely out of ammo, what you can do is if you want to get through parts of this game here, is just simply run past everyone, run for the hills. Okay, remember this puzzle? Well, this puzzle has returned with a vengeance. So now we just have to readjust everything here. Let's see how this works. That did not work. Thankfully, when you are working on this puzzle here, this puzzle, it's not so bad. Everything completely stops on right in place, so that's perfectly fine. Everything just stops. It freezes like nothing's happened. Still not working right. Nope. So, like I said, this puzzle in particular, unlike the last time where you have to have the insignia facing downwards, now it's facing the opposite direction, making this puzzle slightly harder. There we go. Got it.
Oh, la campana.
Es hora de rezar. Tenemos que irnos.
Lord Sattler.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
And with that, that's the end of the first chapter. So, that's pretty cool. And just like with the main game, you get a tally for your base percentage on how well you hit your enemies, how accurate you are, how many enemies you killed, and how many times you were killed yourself. All of these totals will be added up and averaged at the end of separate ways, and that'll be your total score. Right.
Here's what I know so far. Osmond Saddler's cult is known as Los Illuminados. They've resurrected some sort of parasitic organism they call Las Plagas. That's all my organization knows for sure, though Saddler's occult activities seem worthy of investigation. The Salazar family, Castellans for generations, possessed the ability to control Las Plagas. The organization's hypothesis is that a unique frequency of sonic wave, sensed only by the parasites, is used to control them. The same principle used in dog whistles. This was inferred through the analysis of a tissue sample we retrieved. The tissue contained an organ presumably used for sensing sound waves. I've seen cult members carrying ceremonial rods, and I wonder if they emit these sounds. Of course, this is purely theoretical. The organization needs samples of the parasite to confirm or disprove these theories. That is the main objective of my mission, and the only way to prove my loyalty to the organization. The opening moves in this chess game have been played. There's no turning back now.
Okay. Well, after each chapter, you also get to view a little movie or synopsis of what's been happening throughout the course of the game, where it is so far, and you can also read up on what's happening right now too. Or if you miss something important, you can read the entire thing as text. So, according to this, there's 5 reports and 5 missions, I think. So, let's go and continue. Save progress. Okay, I'm wrong. You don't, you can overwrite the save data, but you should not do that. Create a new save slot specific for separate ways. If you overwrite your save data with separate ways save data, there's no getting it back. So, yeah. I figure I throw that out there right now. That's the last thing you need right now. Trust me. Chapter 2. Chapter 2 out of 5.
We have an irregularity. The researcher we planted has been discovered by the Illuminados.
You must be talking about that vagrant Spaniard. So where is he now?
He's held captive in an abandoned house located northeast of the village. Until he recovers the sample, we can't let him die.
You don't need to remind me. Luis Serra. And I thought I was high maintenance.
Alright, so our next objective is to rescue Luis. Although that is a bit contradictory because that's what Leon does throughout his adventure. So, at the beginning of each and every mission, you are given a map of the entire area. So you can use this map by means of just looking at it and seeing what treasures are available, what can you grab, and also view what it is that you have to do in order to progress. At the next typewriter I find, I'm definitely going to just simply stop and save my progress and end the stream. Although now might be a good time to do so anyway.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Got a selection of good What are you buying?
Now might be a good time to call it quits for today.
Come back
So
anytime.
you know what? I think I'm going to do just that. This is General Snivy with the Resident Evil 4 playthrough. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you were able to attend the live stream live, thank you for attending. Next time, we're going to continue separate ways, possibly finish it up, and also show off the Mercenaries mode. And I'll also go over other unlockables that you can get throughout the course of the game after completing separate ways, as well as fulfilling certain requirements within the Mercenary mode. So once again, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.